All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. This is fantastic. I mean, when I came by the room yesterday and visited with everyone on the staff, I was like, man, this is going to be like that club with the line down the street. It was nice and tight and energetic, which is right up my alley. My name is Erikk Aldridge. I am your Innovation for Impact session leader. I'd like to thank Zeev and the entire Social Innovation Summit team for having me here today. And I have a couple goals in mind with this session. It's going to be exciting and dynamic, lit, turned, and on fire. And we are aiming for a session of the day. When tasked with introducing myself, I like to steal something from hip-hop producer, mogul, Dr. Dre. He said, if you want to sell platinum records, there's three things you have to do. You got to tell the people who you are, what you got, and the place to be. So we have the place to be, right? We're here at the 2019 Social Innovation Summit, right? And we've got a great session in front of us. I'm a native Angelino, born and raised in Inglewood, California. I remember vividly growing up in the 80s and 90s at the height of gang violence and a crack epidemic that devastated so many of our communities. As a matter of fact, my former middle school classmate at Monroe Junior High School in Inglewood, the late, great Hollywood director John Singleton, powerfully captured our neighborhood on the big screen with the movie Boys in the Hood. I mention this because what I saw in my life and what I saw in that movie fuels my current passion for the community. I'm currently a member of the AEG Community Affairs team, and I oversee the AEG Community Foundation, which is our nationwide philanthropic grant-giving arm. Probably the best part about working at AEG and being a part of the Social Innovation Summit, that as a native Angelino, I had the best commute of the year to get here, roughly 5 blocks from LA Live to this venue, which was fantastic. For those of you who are unfamiliar with AEG as a company, we're a global sports and entertainment company. AEG owns the 2-time Stanley Cup champion NHL LA Kings, and of course the LA Galaxy of Major League Soccer. We also own and operate venues such as the O2 in London, Barclays Center in Brooklyn, and world-famous Staples Center at LA Live. We produce live music events and festivals such as New Orleans Jazz Fest, Panorama in New York, and of course, Coachella. Creativity is a centerpiece for our company as we look to engage our fans with live music, great venues, and being a great community partner. So I'm going to divide the room up real quickly into 3 sections. This is perfect because it's actually 3 sections. This is section 1 and section 2 and section 3. And I need each section to own one of the Aldridge 3 A's. So, section 1, your word is analyze, and it is? Analyze. All right. Section 2, your word is activate. Activate. Woo, you guys are fired. And section 3, your word is attack. Attack. All right. All right. All right, I'm going to come back to that later. In my 25 years in the field of community relations and nonprofit leadership, spanning from 10 years with the Los Angeles Lakers and working for the Los Angeles Dodgers, as well as the Walt Disney Company, and being the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club in Venice Beach, I've come to learn that innovation has many faces. So what does innovation look like? Here are a couple of my favorite examples. In 1998, Shaquille O'Neal, then a member of the LA Lakers, opened a t-shirt shop in Compton called Twism, The World Is Mine. The company hired local youth and taught them a trade. In 2019, he opened a restaurant at LA Live called Shaquille's, where one of the restaurant employees that I met at the grand opening got her first job at the Twism t-shirt store in Compton. That's impact. That's lasting. Another great example is from my time at the Boys and Girls Club of Venice, where in Venice is a very art-driven community with a lot of young people who really, wanted to express themselves in a way that they were proud of. So we designated a space and created an art center there so they could have a vibrant and functional workspace in that Boys and Girls Club. They went on to win many national merits as well as awards all across the country. But there was one young man who cultivated his skills in that Boys and Girls Club by the name of Jun Cha, Juncha, look him up, who was one of the leading and highest paid tattoo artists in the world. He charges $25,000 just to sit down for a concept. This guy is bad, look him up. But I remember when June was at the club on his sketch pad with Lalo Marquez, our art director, learning his craft. And boy, did that pay off. And boy, is that impact. In a couple of weeks, we'll be hosting the BET Experience at LA Live. And through that partnership with BET, we've been able, over the last 7 years, to bring local high school students to LA Live to be a part of the BET Experience and do a behind-the-scenes 3-day in-depth internship, meeting with executives, professionals, meeting with artists like Big Sean, Puffy, and they were so inspired. And these young people have moved on to do amazing things. 2 went on to be on America's Got Talent. 1 made it to the final of The Voice, and another one made it to LA on American Idol. But more importantly, 4 of them are now employees with our AEG Presents Live Music division. That's impact. That inspires me. But what it really looks like is each of you, all of us, community leaders, believers in the human spirit, and incubators for all ideas that equate to impact for good. And how did these programs come about? How were we able to successfully execute these programs? Right? We first had to make an analysis. Was there a need? Was there capacity? Was there funding? We had to do what? Analyze. My guy right here in the second row. We had to do what? Analyze. And then once we established that there was a need and the opportunity was viable, we had to work our tails off on that idea. We couldn't just sit around. And we did what? Activate. You guys are fantastic. And finally, with that drive and initiative and dedication and passion, so others were convinced that we thought deeply about this precisely planned, well-executed endeavor, we went after it with all our might. And we did what? Attack! It's all about the spirit. It's all about inspiration. It's all about making this world a better place. And I'd like to, at this time, bring up our presenter for the next panel session. She is the Vice President of Corporate Citizenship and Philanthropy of Blackbaud, Rachel Hutchinson.